All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to twitch.tv/speedgaming. You are looking live at the screens of two fantastic runners who, one of whom, unfortunately, this will be their last match of the tournament. On the left, we have ta909. On the right, we have cytown. Believe it or not, this is a second round matchup in this championship bracket. You would think this would be a final in a lot of other brackets, but that's just how deep this field is. TA won game one of this best of three series. Cytown won game two. So it all comes down to this. I am bbq.gov or barbecue.gov. I answer to either. We will be joined here on commentary and on tracking for the moment, at least, by Diesel Pilot. Magic Friends is on his way, so he may be able to join us here shortly as well. But either way, we're going to have a ton of fun with this matchup. Diesel, how are you tonight?
I'm having a blast, BBQ, and I am excited to see what is. As you said, it seems like it's way too early in the tournament for a matchup like this, but it is a hype matchup. We got two long-standing runners, and two guys who you look at their ELO rating in race time, and they're both above 2,800. That is a hype match, and it's a game three. So welcome aboard, everybody. Sit down. Let's see this happen. And welcome, chat. Glad to see you all. And let's get some cheers and applause. And where do you think we're going to be starting?
Oh my gosh. Well, no starting screen could slow these two runners down. These are two, like you said, these are two master level runners. Oh, well, we're just going to start up in the northeast corner and we're going to start with a breadstick.
Oh, nice. Well, breadstick, that I love it. That brings up a lot of hold on one moment. Yeah, a lot of early exploration, or not early exploration options, but a lot of mobility options. Once you're able to get going, get a few Triforces in, I love it. Let's see it happen.
Yeah, and some potentially good news here, one screen to the left, in that as TA just got there, that first enemy you see is a bomb dropper. So you have a chance to with the drop tables to get a bomb, and both runners get an immediate bomb, and we find immediate any roads.
And an immediate dungeon by Cytown, level 9, right next to start.
Well, so much for searching for the location of level 9. TA is going to go ahead and knock out this this grave check. We have a 31 rupee medium secret, which is okay, decent amount.
And yeah, chat, we are going to be getting those things in just a minute, and I am also marking the things that we have found. So get that all done as well.
Yeah, Diesel's pulling double, if not triple duty, as TA is going to discover the location of level 9. Our runners are going to be retracing each other's steps here, at least for the moment. TA is probably, well, both our runners are probably going to next head over down to check these three Armos spots here. TA is going to check this one here at the top right. And unfortunately, that's not our Armos item, but it is something.
Find out here in a moment what TA finds. I did pause it so that we can try to sync our timers a little bit.
It's a can. Oh, that is a pricey candle. Normal price for the blue ring, but 77 for a candle. I think we're going to be holding out unless we find a large secret. We're going to be holding out for a take any.
Keys in the meantime aren't so bad though. 74 for the cheap key. Seen worse.
Oh, things can always get worse with Zelda Randomizer. But yeah, okay. And here are some hints that we can't get right away that are not greatly priced, but enough. It's good to know where your hints are, at least early, so you can, if and when you find the book, you're not going to have to wonder, oh, am I going to have to do some extra searching to track those down?
And even if we don't get good price or good values on the secrets, that is definitely looking like a good safe scummable location. And the Cytown, that is just a stream freeze for some reason. So let me switch back over to TA for a moment.
Yeah, our Discord. Yeah, the streaming software through Twitch has been fussy lately. It's probably spring cleaning time. It just needs a little blow the dust off it or something.
And again, of course, we got all of our NPCs are saying the same thing. And I would like a pizza. I don't have a bucket program, at least I don't think Hyrule does, but that's because we are looking for the book in order to be able to understand what all of our NPCs are saying. So once we find a book, we should be able to hear what they actually want to say.
Yeah, we don't have a book, but we do have a ladder on cytown side. That was a ladder under the Armos item.
And somebody did point out that Stalfos are shooting beams. That means that one of our sets of dungeons, 1 through 6 or 7 through 9, will be second quest. The other one will be either first quest or shapes.
Well, we're going to get part of our answer here. Here's level 6, and where cytown is coming in, that can't be a first quest location. Its color scheme is very vanilla level 1, but that doesn't tell us anything about the shape of the level itself.
Oh, that large secret was 136.
Ooh, well, remember what I said about not buying a candle because it was too expensive? Yeah, it's suddenly not expensive anymore. As TA's going to find his ladder and grab that right here.
Yep, Armos item is the ladder.
And we're going to get with this ladder, we're going to get a coast check from cytown, which makes all the sense in the world. Is it something good? Well, it's not a heart. It's blue.
It's valuable if you want it to be valuable. And early in the game, yes, valuable, I think.
Oh, especially, yeah, 3 hearts green, wood sword, without a doubt. Yeah, you'll make use of it, particularly in tight quarters. As TA's getting the arrow and meat information that cytown got a second ago. Yeah, so far not a lot of route divergence, but, given where we start, I guess that's kind of to be expected. All right, TA gonna stick his head into level 6. Yeah, that is either 2Q or shapes. Is he gonna do it? He thought about doing something, but he wants to do overworld exploration instead.
So we got 136 large secret and a 16 rupee door repair.
So that's 1 off the minimum. That's nice. So we're not gonna have, as TA gets his large secret there at the cave, and he'll head down, check the coast first, just on the off chance that it's a red candle sitting there. We know it's not, but he'll be pleasantly surprised to find a blue candle shop at this screen here to the right.
And TA, without having actually picked up any Triforces and recording, it is kind of a situation where you got to wait a little bit longer. You don't get the immediate tornado coming off the side of the screen to let you know that it's good to go. And it looks like TA has opted against picking up the boomerang.
That's interesting. Because I'm with you. Early, I would rather have anything that gives me some sort of ranged offense or at least stun capability. It's not going to help, unfortunately, cytown here in this level 4, which he's found in the forest, because those keys rolled up. Oh, no. Well,
yeah,
we have an
time to
old
find
favorite.
it.
We have an old favorite. We have Zombie Link, and this looks all to me like second quest 4. Yeah, and would not surprise me if we're going to try to bomb there. That's not going to be anything. We're going to push through that wall, bomb. Also nothing. Does this block push?
I think it does have to be second quest since it was Mugger Room in 4.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yep, no need for... so TA is going to go ahead and dig this 6 a little bit. We're going to get our answer right here. Yeah, we're second quest, first half. Okay, so on cytown side, there is 1 set of transport stairs in second quest 4, and there are a total of 3 items, 2 in stairs. In level 6, we're gonna get our first. Oh, that's an important find in level 4 for cytown.
Yeah. Power bracelet opens up 7 checks. 4 of those are going to be working all the time, and 3 of them are going to be 50-50s.
Yeah, and 2 of them are right by where we start, up in Casino Corner. So, and those are normally checks if you start in other parts of the map that you have to intentionally route in, and they're annoying. So if you can get those knocked out early, and if there's something good, that's going to be really helpful for cytown.
And speaking of annoying, TA's was able to finally get through that battle with all the the blue and red bubbles. The blue bubble, he probably hit it 4 or 5 times. It seemed like trying to fight the ropes, knocked them down.
Boy, that is just an annoying fight. Boy, what a good time to have a ladder in that room. You can get a free key and just up an A immediately. Cytown making steady progress dealing with these orange whiz robes. How many hit? Well, they're not there. They didn't roll down. We know that much. And TA doing a nice job here of situating himself between the two BMOs. They won't fire at you if you are in between the two of them. So just setting up there and just blasting away at those Gibdos is very safe. Sorry, Diesel, go ahead.
And I've got motion again. He entered and looked right into a bunch of whiz robes that were about to shoot him. He just barely got out of there.
Yeah, these runners are good for a number of reasons. There's a Triforce for TA, but one is that they know exactly what they're. And boy, that boomerang paying dividends. He was able to pick up that clock, Cytown was, and kill that last whiz robe and get the second stair item in level 4, which is a heart container.
So he's seen 2 stair items in 4, the croissant and the heart container. So he's still looking for a floor item.
And unfortunately, second quest 4 is 30 rooms, so you're going to be doing a lot of room clearing on wood sword and green tunic, which is not fun, but perhaps you can, perhaps Cytown can get a little lucky here. TA has found the stair item in level 6. It's also a heart container.
So is that 2 heart containers in 6, or I've not seen the floor item there?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we haven't seen the floor item yet. There's a bomb pack for TA. He's going to be happy to see that. 6 is not. 6 can be annoying to clear, but yeah, TA is now just looking for the floor item because he picked the Triforce up already. That's why he didn't pick up the compass there. Here's the dreaded 2Q6 room. Well, unfortunately, that's just a 5er. Nice screen scroll by TA to be able to get around there. There are a few rooms up here he hasn't checked yet. And I'm sorry, they're all to the left.
Oh, yep. And thank you, chat, for pointing out that Cytown did pick up his ladder as well. And I forgot to mark it.
No worries at all. That's the thing with a race between TA and Cytown, is that these runners are going to go. I mean, you think runners go fast normally. These guys are going to fly. So I would not anticipate a 2.5-hour seed unless something went horribly wrong.
Was that any key? Or yep, that was any key in 6.
Oh wow! So what TA is going to do is exit and re-enter and try to respawn that Gibdo in the middle part, which I don't know priority-wise how that's going to work with the enemies. You could, if you wanted to, enter from the right, but no, this is going to be tricky for TA. He's trying to kill this. If he kills both of these Gibdos and then he exits and re-enters the room, where does the any key spawn? Does it spawn in the middle or does he spawn on the left?
See, I don't recall what the rules are for that kind of thing, but okay, yeah, Tracy's saying that it's going to be coming in from the left.
Oh, so, but that means that, the game will not force you, it means you have to be able to take a stair in order to get to that room to the far left under the E. So it's just a question of which one. But that is a very useful thing to find. Oh, TA's going to exit level 6. Now, this is interesting. Is he perhaps thinking that he is blocked from the transport that gets him over there?
Well, I did have to look away from the screen for a moment, so I'm not exactly sure right now.
No, I'm not either. Hopefully chat can let us know if maybe a transport room was maybe Goma blocked or something like that, which is entirely possible. There's the compass find for Cytown.
Very nice reward for such a brutal fight. At least a frustrating fight.
Yes, frustrating, definitely. Speaking of frustrating, cytown does not want to have to clear that blue wizrobe room, and oh, it looks like he's not going to have to.
And he was able to go right around. He's got an orange wizrobe room, much better.
Yeah. Oh, and and he just got it there. There's a 4-pack of bombs.
Yeah. Fill up your bombs. It looks like they might have rolled up. I think one of them was able to tank a bomb hit.
Yeah, that's annoying. You would love these guys to go down to 1 bomb shot. It'd be much easier to farm bombs off them. As TA has found level 4 now.
But there is the Triforce out of 4.
So cytown's seen 2 out of the 3 items. Would not surprise me at all if he decided to leave and look for smaller dungeons. You don't want to have to dig 30 rooms looking for that last floor item, as cytown has found level 7. And what in the world is that start spot?
Well, it can't be 2Q. That could be the very edge of 1Q, or it could be a highly atrocious shape.
Yeah, I think it's a bad shape because we came in at the very bottom right corner. And oh, we could be segmented too. If this is a segmented 7, well, things just got gross.
Yeah, I'm starting to agree with chat that we are looking at an impressive looking ink blot.
I really want to see the map. And so this adds in addition to shape 7 and 8, which are their own versions of fun, we have cytown takes an unfortunate death with that Petrified. We have an added level of spice here, in that we're going to have a shapes level 9.
And we do have one additional added level of spice, in that we have Just Andy joining us to track. So I'm going to be handing off the tracking duties to her. And the link is there. Just Andy, I dropped it in the comment, or yeah, in our text right there. And yeah, let's do it.
All right. That big thanks to Jess for jumping in and helping us out with that. Diesel normally, when he's helping out with stuff, whether it's tracking, comms, or setup, is doing 5 jobs anyway. So, we'll just make the job a little easier tonight for you.
Hey, I appreciate it, buddy.
All right, so both our runners have a Triforce so far. cytown is immediately going to start doing power bracelet checks, which is what you want to do when you get an item that you think your opponent may not get right away. Unfortunately, this one here right by the fairy fountain is just a door repair.
All right, cytown's whistling the desert now, and of course we find same thing that I think TA already whistled. Oh, TA came into that same gross starting room with the wizrobes. Saw wizrobes to both the left and tried to candle boost, but did not have enough iframes to do it.
Oh, talk about a shooting gallery. You have nowhere to hide.
Yeah, when cytown entered that room the first time, all the wizrobes lined up on one side. He was able to just avoid them by going to the right, but TA enters the room and they're on both sides. They had learned from their mistake.
In a race like this, between 2 fantastic runners, little things like that can make a difference. So it'll be very interesting to see, as we discover more and more levels here, the extent to which both our runners' combat skills make a huge difference. It looks like maybe, I don't know if those orange wizrobes rolled all the way up, but they definitely
I think they did. I think they did. I think we're looking at 6 HP wizrobes, because that last one took a sword swipe and a bomb and still had some life left to give.
Gross. But TA's doing the smart thing here. He's leaving and respawning the room to get rid of one of those blue wizrobes, and at least so far that seems to have worked.
He's got 2 bombs. If he can get a good position, he might be able to use one of the bombs to knock down the wizrobes. He's given it a couple of swipes yet, but he might be trying to save that.
I wouldn't blame him if he did. Boy, the bubbles are the most annoying part of this room, just because they just seem to get in your way at the worst possible times. Now, I just got this down to 1 blue wizrobe. He should be okay if he stays on the half tile. And
what a reward! That was a wonderful reward.
Oh, you aren't kidding. And I don't think cytown's coming back for that anytime soon. So that is a significant combat advantage for TA. I mean, TA is a great runner, and he doesn't need advantages, but you give
Yeah.
him an advantage, he's gonna use it to its full effect.
And talk about things that can swing the outcome of a race, especially early. Picking up the wand, I mean, that doubles and even triples your offense if you can use it well. And these guys can use it well. He just got a huge boost.
Yeah. Now, it can be a trap in some instances in that it enables you to clear rooms that maybe you don't need to or you shouldn't. But both
There's
these
that.
runners know this game forwards and backwards, and are very smart about their usage of their offensive and defensive capabilities. Nice job by TA to be able to take care of those blue landmos and get a key, as cytown has found our white sword item, which is a heart, and you can't get it.
That's a little bit rude, but yeah, sometimes that's what happens.
I mean, of the things that you could find that you can't get, a heart container, I'm not going to lose too much sleep about it. If it was something like the any key that TA has to go back for in 6, that might be a different story.
Yeah.
And as evidence of that, if I might have taken in that next cave a heart container to try to go back and get that other heart container. Cytown is completely confident in his ability to beat this game on 6 or less hearts. So not at all surprised that he was going to grab a potion out of there. He's also going to grab $1 bombs.
Oh, nice. That's a find as well. And don't know what we got going on here. We got this pause on the screen for TA. Okay, he's fun. He's fighting the Wizropes in the 3-bar room that did have the I forget which one this one is.
That's the heart container? Yeah, it was the heart container, and that's going to come at a good time because he's down to his last breath.
And one of those keys could end his day if he didn't pick that up.
All right, well, we have level 8 on side. Whoa, what in the world is that?
Okay, so it's a fever dream.
I don't want to call this a cactus, but that bottom part looks like a flat cactus. I'm sorry. Boof's not here, so she can't say anything. She's doing another race. What in the world is that? Is that 8? And it was a segmented 8. The Triforce is 2 rooms in, and cytown is not coming back to that level 8 if he doesn't have to.
I like what chat's saying. It's a Sphinx.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's the sun shining down on the Sphinx.
Yeah, no, that's yeah. I mean, I haven't been to Egypt before, but yeah, I believe that.
Or a slug with the moon above it. Okay, yeah.
Sphinx, slug. I mean, potato, really. TA is in what we think. Now, if level 8 is segmented, I think that means that it's a decent likelihood that 7 is also segmented. Just because of how the grid that holds 7 through 9 has to be laid out or something like that.
Yeah, negative space.
Yeah, so I don't know what that portends for level 9, other than if we have a segmented 9, that is going to be delicious. But, oh no, as TA gets locked into a terrible room of blue Wizropes.
Cytown finds a dungeon. It's level 2 here near start.
So cytown is finding, TA is sticking it out in this level 7. But cytown is finding a bunch of dungeons quickly and making relatively quick work of them, at least in part. I mean, part of the ability to go fast with these runners is the ability to just, do the absolute minimum you need to do. There's their first of 2 items on the floor in 2. Unfortunately, we already had that.
Yeah. So that one's not going to be too useless. Now, with this being a second quest 2, it will be the other item, I believe, will be a stair item.
Yes, that's right. Then this is the A in Zelda, although, Zelda is for some reason scrambled among levels 1 through 5, but, hey, that's fine. All right, here's a stair for cytown. This could be a transport, and yeah, there is 1 set of transports in level 2, and this is it.
Yeah, you can't even stun lock the keys with the boomerang.
Yeah, boy, that is annoying. They have no knockback, and they have no fear, so they just body you at the worst time. cytown died in this room with the Patra, but TA's going to be able to kill it. If this drops something good, Well, it just drops a
Well,
key, but that's not nothing.
could be an important key, but we don't know. And Cytown picked up his Triforce out of 2, and after picking up the recorder that he started with, has decided to just keep on rolling.
Yeah, see, I am something of a, when I play, I'm something of a completionist in that leaving 2, knowing that there is an item on the floor, or there's one item just sitting there somewhere in the A, would bug the heck out of me.
Yeah.
So I would 95% of the time go back in there. But Cytown, having the ladder or having the flute, knows he can get back there now at any time. So he is not shy at all about just saying, yeah, you know what, I'm good.
And somebody is asking in chat why TA's timer looks so small, and it is actually because on his screen it's a very small timer. It's the timer that's part of Z Helper. So yeah, just ends up
computers. Yeah, they do that stuff sometimes. Cytown's found level 5. I believe that was at one of the power bracelet spots down near Vanilla Start. So if that's the case, the fact that he's been checking a lot of these, because there's a key right under the Gleeok's backside. The fact that he's doing a lot of these checks that TA hasn't done yet. Well, I say that, and TA just found level 5. So don't I look brilliant? But both our runners are going to be doing the same things, doing these checks immediately once they have the ability to do them.
Cytown found a clock that was not given to him by the last enemy to clear in the room. Oh, and another Gleeok hiding a key.
On the one hand, that's a good place for a dragon to hide a key, because dragons, last time I checked, don't have pockets. But on the other hand, is that a key I want to pick up with my bare hands? I'm not sure.
I'd rather try to pick it up from the back side than the front side. Front side.
You know what? You raise a very important point.
There's sharp and hot things in the front side.
Yeah, there's some undesirable elements, let's say.
TA slowly knocking down these whiz ropes. He's okay. Good timing for that bomb drop, and for them to actually move to where he can actually take them down from between the two BMOs.
Yeah, good smart combat by both our runners here. Cytown being very... Oh, he took a bop there he didn't want to take. And he is going to go ahead and use this potion he picked up to get through this room. Meanwhile, TA takes a death. So if this room here, or the one below it, is something useful, Cytown may have a slight advantage here.
This room is a room where you really wish you had that wand. You could knock down those landmos from the other side. Get a lot of double hits on him, but he clears it, and he saw that it was a shutter door, so he did not need to go and push that. It's not going to be a staircase.
Yeah, and he also didn't want to take that door to the bottom in case it locked him out. Which, I've had that happen to me before, and that is not fun. TA is making really quick work of this room that took Cytown some time. So we've seen, there are 2 sets of transports here in this level 5. We've seen one of them on Cytown's side. Here's the item, the stair item in level 5. It's the heart container.
You definitely got to take a heart container at only 4 hearts.
Yeah, 100% Cytown is not going back for that heart on the river, but he will definitely take the added health so that he doesn't die. He's had to use a potion charge already. And he knows he doesn't have to clear that 4-headed Gleeok because the block in that room will not push if there is a Gleeok in the room.
Let's see, Cytown, have we seen a floor item in 5? Because that looks awfully suspicious Goma right there.
I agree with you, and we have not seen a floor item yet. So Cytown's going to clear this room. I guess you're hoping that this is the floor item. But yeah,
could be a super room. Also, good knowledge that the buyers didn't roll up.
Well, interesting that he's going to exit the room and re-enter. Yeah, that room's not any better. I'm not a fan of that one.
Yeah.
Oh, is he going to try and group these guys up somehow? Or just, he's just going to take
it was for a little bit. Oh, there he goes.
and he gets a bomb drop. That's something we haven't seen from either runner yet, but given how, bombs haven't exactly been plentiful here. So there will become a time when both our runners will have to pull off a bomb force, speaking of the floor item in 5. Boy, when the rich get richer when it comes to damage upgrades.
Yep.
Chad making a very good point about what Cytown was doing when he exited that room with the Vires unkilled.
Okay.
He was respawning it to get the count to where he could do the bomb force. That's really smart play by Cytown.
That's close watching of where you are and all the different numbers, all the different counts you got going on.
Yeah, I can count to 10. I just can't execute in a way that ensures I get the bomb count. I will say I did pull off my first ever tournament run bomb force in my last match of the tournament, which was fun. Did it help me win? No, it didn't. I still lost. But the point was that I did it, which was fun.
I was playing around earlier today and walked into a room with Moldorn and had only one bomb. I wasn't paying attention to that part. I bopped off the Moldorm immediately and was like, wait, I haven't hit this guy yet. Let's try a bomb force. And I managed to pull it off. I was so excited.
Very nice. It is one of those things that you pull it off and you're just like, I'm good at this game. And then you get murdered by a bat, and you're like, I'm not good at this game at all. So it's like golf in that way. You hit that one perfect shot, and that keeps you coming back.
Cytown on 1.5 hearts, taking down this 4-headed Gleelock. At least, well, okay, he's got the potion, so he's gonna potion up.
Yeah, he hasn't seen the room where as TA is gonna find level 2, and we'll see if he'll dig both items out of here. But Cytown has not seen the room, which I believe is the room maybe north of here, where the white sword is. But yeah, he's kind of pot committed at this point by using that second potion charge.
Let's see what he's got. Maybe something good will come out of it. Well, right now he's being chased by all those other heads.
Needs 4 hits there. There's 2, 3. Don't die. 4, very nice. He gets a key, which he needs, but not what he was hoping for.
Level 2, underneath the V. Okay, yeah, this is what the transport we already saw earlier.
And this room was not where the white sword was. So the white sword's in a room that Cytown's already seen.
The white sword was in 5. It was
the floor item. I don't remember what room it was in. It was not in the disco floor room. I know that. Meanwhile, TA has found the stair item in level 2. Oh my gosh, it's the silvers.
Well, that's a lot.
That, and the question then becomes, when does Cytown go back to 2 to dig that second item out?
Cytown's picking up an arrow right now. Picking up the wood arrows out of the shop.
I like the play most of the time, because you're not guaranteed to find the silvers before the bow. Now, in this case, TA did, but a lot of times, especially if you don't have an offensive upgrade, you're gonna you get the bow first, and then you run into like that Goma in level 5, and you wish you had a white sword level range capability.
And the bow does an awful number on Gomas.
Yeah. So TA done in level 2. Did he see the floor item? I feel like he saw the flute floor item.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Okay,
it was early on in the race. Let's see. So chat, small, medium, large. We got 136 for the large, 31, I believe, for the medium, and small 7.
7, yeah. And the good news, the door repair is a measly 16 rupees. So overall, a pretty decent money seed.
We have not seen a bomb upgrade. Bomb upgrade will be there'll be one in level 5, and I think one in 7.
And given that we have a Shapes 9, availability of bombs may be a significant factor in trying to decipher where exactly you need to go. Right now, our runners are right on each other's heels. Cytown, well, another medium. Well, there's the small secret there.
Small.
Nothing in that cave for TA.
And this one's gonna flute. Nope. Don't have a letter.
So tempting. That potion guy is very well hidden. All right, so of the levels we haven't seen yet, I feel like the only two we haven't seen are 1 and 3.
Yeah, but don't have anything. I don't have anything marked on my screen for 1 and 3.
Yeah. So the we've seen pretty much everything in the eastern half of the map. We've seen by Vanilla Start, and we're now seeing most of the Dead Woods. That pretty much leaves Grave and Death Mountain, although we may not have seen very much of Candle Row either. So still a good chunk of the map left to explore, but already between our runners, we've gotten a lot of good coverage 34 minutes in.
I think we did. Oh, doing a little candle boost so you can get onto the Reporter Lake, where I think it's just a ring shop, but already has those. Doesn't have nearly enough coin to pick up the ring.
Yeah, little things like that. They don't seem like they're big time saves, but over the course of a seed, given how good these runners are and how good they know their opponents are, those little things like that add up. And they can, you hope it's not the difference between a win and a loss, but given how good these guys are, it's entirely possible.
It's going to be little things. It's going to be just probably a few little things, maybe a couple of big things like picking up that wand early, making a big difference in how he can strategize.
Yeah, but the fact that TA has silvers now and Cytown may not be back there for a bit does not, by any stretch of the imagination, mean TA is firmly in the lead. We still have Shapes 9 to deal with. We still haven't found the bow. There are a lot of curveballs left that the game can throw at us.
Oh yeah. Now, one of the things we probably will not be seeing is a magic sword pickup, since both of these runners they're not going heart heavy. They're running. They're going fast. Oh, level 1 behind a push block up near the grave.
So both our runners probably feel like they right-ordered at least part of this, in that they dug for to get that power bracelet out, and that's going to get them access to a small dungeon, ideally a beatable dungeon in level 1. So it's good work by both of them.
Level 1 is the E for Zelda, or E in Zelda, and they come in right around the middle of it. So there's the 3 sets that are, or 6 of the rows that are 2 wide, and then the others are 1 wide. And oh, a heart on the floor.
Heart on the floor. Both our items are going to be on the floor, but our runners went different directions in this level 1 because we came in the middle of the E in Eolds, I guess is how you pronounce it. TA is going to get his heart container.
And the 1 Q keys, or the 2 Q keys, the black keys, rolled down while the blue keys rolled up.
Boy, Hyrule has some weird, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Yep.
Yeah, there's a pack of hot dogs on the floor. Both our runners are going to get that.
And TA immediately going down, doing an FA. He's going to go back, and Cytown right behind him as well.
Yeah, boy, if you want a prime example of how quickly these runners can motor once they have the necessary information, you're looking at 2 prime examples of this. This is a level where it would be really easy to see every room, but these runners are just plowing through it. Now, unfortunately, Cytown got red bubbled in that room. He's doing his best to group these guys up so that he can kill them with 1 bomb or maybe 2, and he's doing a pretty darn good job of it.
And there was In chat, there are three different colored keys. There's red, blue, and green. Or red, blue, and black. The red keys, of course, are what you get when you split a fire, and then in second quest there are black keys.
Zoology is the word I was thinking of. I literally had to Google it. It's been that kind of day. Hyrule zoologists, just all these different subspecies of bats. Yeah, they just must have a field day. Does Hyrule have a zoo? Now that I think about it,
It should.
It really should, shouldn't it? I've not played the later games, so I mean, it's entirely possible it does. I just have not seen it.
Cytown gets his Triforce, and he's doing. TA gets some Death Mountain exploration.
And he finds Mags, which is, at this point, for these runners, going to be just for show. But it's good to know where it is.
And Cytown, you might have noticed, he just did a candle boost on his screen with no enemies on it. I think he's about to be counting to 10.
On Death Mountain? Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, and that's what top flight runners like TA and Cytown will do. Have no compunction about doing. They'll know exactly where they are most of the time, and constantly have an eye on their bomb count, their rupee count, all of those metrics. As TA is going to find the letter and pick it up.
Okay, so we do have a bomb drop. Okay, yeah, he's gonna boomerang it.
Might as well. Yep. Again, that magical sword can just stay on the wall like someone who has samurai swords on the wall or something. I suppose that's what you'd do with it if you don't use it.
Yeah. Just put it up someplace, make it look pretty.
Yeah. Just now I'm picturing Link playing with samurai swords in the park. But hey, my mind goes weird places sometimes.
They are getting some fortunate bomb drops up on Death Mountain. And TA is now up to 8 hearts.
Yeah, we found 3 of our 4 take any's so far. There's the letter for Cytown. Yeah, even though well, no, he does need that because he used that potion that he took out of a take any.
Well, he did just pick up another potion out of a take any, I think.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah. So I think he's kind of a little frustrated, but still, he's got it now. And TA, I think TA just saved.
Yeah, okay. He's gonna up a save. I don't know if he's been to the Lost Hills yet. Oh, he certainly hasn't pushed this block.
Could have been a hard reset as well. The screen kind of glitched. Yeah, that was a hard reset. Yeah, the screen went to the title screen.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, given that TA cleaned out 1, yeah, he would not have wanted to do a hard reset at that point. He would definitely want to save that progress, even though he made kind of mincemeat out of level 1. You don't want to have to do that twice.
Yeah, he did a save and reset the console. I think probably an attempt to get a bomb drop off that moblin in the first screen.
Yep, can't say I blame him there. One of our 2 RAF checks on TA's side just nets a medium secret.
TA headed up to Death Armos now. Cytown finds level 3.
Oh, he went ahead and completed Eastern Death Mountain, and he's found second quest level 3.
The second quest 3 is probably it is the smallest vanilla dungeon. I think it's 11 rooms.
12 if you count the entry, which you shouldn't because nothing fun happens there. But yeah, 11 rooms to explore. Cytown chewing that reverse block clip, got a bomb pack, and it's going to take the transport. Now, if you're Cytown, you're rooting for the transport to spit you out at the top of the L.
And the top of the L has the big advantage of letting you completely bypass the inevitable bait block that will always appear. Not there, not this time. And there's going to be one stair item, one floor item. It's not going to check that. Horse, bunnies, and wood sword.
Yeah, I can't say I blame him. I would save that for last if I could. There's a map.
Two floor items. My mistake.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, speaking of rooms you don't want to do, there's this one. But 8 bombs and a doorway you can hide in. Let's give it a shot.
And it is a high probability of having... I think that room can drop.
Yeah, I don't know my drop tables or my drop rooms well enough to be able to say whether that room definitely drops or definitely doesn't. But if cytown don't want to go back start, he's going to have to clear this room out. And be patient with these, what look like 10 HP bunnies, but thing with these guys is they hit hard if you're not careful.
Hit like trucks.
Really nice job by cytown managing his positioning here to try to avoid taking a hit. He's got this down to one guy left. He can kill it here. He might get a floor drop that's of some use. It is a floor drop, but it's a hard.
Yeah, just gonna... Not what he was looking for. He'll take it. It takes him up to 7 hearts, but still.
All right, well, the good news here is that he knows that next room where the Triforce is can't be the mugger or the grumble guy. This TA finds level 8, just one screen northeast of vanilla level 1.
cytown does do a very nice job of clearing that, though. And finds a room full of keys. Looks like he's going to go ahead and clear this out and pick up the Triforce. Maybe. Well, nope. He's leaving one so that it's a quick fight.
Okay. I don't mind this because now you know that top room is the bait block.
Yeah. And he's already shown his ability to, not effortlessly, but to effectively handle rooms, even rooms like this.
Yeah, boy, look at how nimbly cytown is moving here and using that blue boomerang to good advantage, avoiding the BMOS hits, which in this room, with these enemies bouncing around, that can often be the hardest part. There's an argument to be made for using that like it's pancake armor, but not going to do it here.
The screen does freeze here for a moment, so we'll have to pick it back up in a minute whenever it comes back to us. TA now at 9 hearts with that take any.
Yeah, but unfortunately, given where Mags is, there's our second item in cytown on cytown side. It's double heart 3.
And TA does get his white sword heart. cytown is out of there, having got the Triforce out of 3.
Okay, now TA's going to find 3 here in a second. He's going to go up here and bomb there, and that'll be his location of 3. He doesn't know that it's a double heart 3, but he'll figure that out in relatively short order. So cytown has the Triforce advantage at the moment, 5 Triforces to 3, but we know that TA has found an important item in a dungeon that cytown's already cleared. So I don't know, Cecil. What are you thinking? I still think this is anybody's race.
I think cytown still has a good shot at it, but I think that TA is still sitting at a very nice advantage. Mostly just because he's got that wand out of 4 that cytown's definitely not going to go back to, and he's got the silvers out of 2 that cytown's he's cleared 2, at least as far as one item in the Triforce.
Yeah, but thankfully. Yeah, cytown's back in 2 though, so he doesn't know how good this is for him.
Oh yeah, this is a very good decision, and I don't recall, this was definitely the transport. Oh no, I was wrong. This is definitely the silvers. Okay, he is going to up a save, and okay, that evens it up enormously.
Bullet, yeah, if you're rooting for cytown, bullet dodged. It'll be interesting to see what TA decides to do with this room. He's got white sword and he's got a decent complement of bombs, so he can kill this with, he's good enough that he can kill this on green tunic. Let's see if he wants to stick this out. He does. Meanwhile, on cytown side, he's headed back to level 6, and this is another thing. He does not know what awaits him in that shoot room, but he will probably be pretty happy when he finds it.
He's going to be in a good position to clear that shoot room as well. So, more hearts. He doesn't have the wand, which would really be what he'd want, but he does have more hearts. If he wants, he can... oh, wait, he can't pick up the drop, though, unless it spawns in the right area.
Yeah, or unless that, for some reason, he's able to get past that, take that second transport stair that TA wasn't. And I'm not sure what the reason was why TA didn't take it. Maybe he did. I feel like he had to have seen it.
TA making quick work of this 3, though. But, yeah, white sword and wand. We knew he was going to do that. And we have seen Mag's chat. It was up on Death Mountain somewhere, I believe.
Yeah, kind of westernish DM. Not really by any level. Well, it is one screen to the north of where vanilla level, where level 1 is, but level 1's at the grave, take any road spot.
Okay, this is interesting. TA, okay, he was on Beep Strat, so...
Yep.
Yep.
And this is something that, our top flight runners do liberally. They're not shy about, using a potion to stay alive in a dungeon if it's going to mean the difference between them killing a room or going back to start. That and bomb usage and knowing your counts. Just smart resource management can often save you a ton of time at absolutely the right time, and both our runners are very good at that.
TA, between the, I would say probably between when he dropped that potion and cleared the Keys room, cleared that Wizrobe room, got his heart, and came back, picked up his Triforce, is about 30 seconds. So, talk speed. That's speed.
Yeah, we were saying these guys are going to go fast, and yeah, they are. Exhibit A, right there. Let's see, there was a question earlier in chat about what the bottom row of the tracker is with the old man there. So, that signifies the white sword item. So, in this, with heart shuffle on, that means the item that would normally be in the white sword cave can be the white sword, or it can be any number of other items that you would find in a dungeon. In this case, the white sword item is on the river, and it's just a heart container. TA has picked it up. cytown, no way he's going back for it unless something really weird happens. And another good example of bomb usage on cytown's side. He got that drop, and he was very quick about, okay, I have a drop. It's going to be on the screen for like 10 seconds. I have enough time to spend a couple bombs, get down to like 4, and then pick up the bomb refill to ensure he has 8 bombs at the end. Very smart resource management.
Yeah, he's now found 8, found the map in 8, found that awful shape.
I kind of want TA to go back in just because I want to think more about what this shape is. It's such a weird shape.
Actually, I'm going to change my mind. That shape is not awful. That is just cool. It's one of those. It's like going to like an art exhibit and staring at some painting or a sculpture, and you're just like, I don't know why I'm staring at this, but I can't look away from it. Yeah, he did not go back in, so we're gonna, at least for now, unless the game makes him go back. Which outstanding. We do still have Bo. It might force him back.
Yeah, absolutely. Bow, I mean, there are nice quality of life items that could be had too. Red Ring being chief among them, but also, if we're still looking for Bow, the book could be very handy as well. TA's going to go back to 5. Or no, he's going to try and finish 5 again.
I don't think they're going to be looking for quality of life items, especially TA with 255, a full pocket. He would, I think he might find a blue ring shop sometime sometime soon and use that. Just seems like a...
Yeah.
And even on 12 hearts, he might not decide that he needs it. Which, 12 hearts with... And we were thinking we'd be lucky to get Mag's territory, and, I mean, he's At 12 hearts, and his rupees are dinging.
Yeah, having resources, ample resources at this stage of the race, 53 minutes in, that's just a nice insurance policy to have in your back pocket. If you get to the point, like in level 9, you get red bubbled at exactly the wrong time and you have to buy a potion, which can absolutely happen. So, no reason to go crazy for either of our runners spending money just yet. Cytown's going to go down here and find himself in the shoot room and see the any key, which is sitting right there. And now he's going to kill that. I don't think he can. He may want to exit and re-enter and see if he can get that spawn in the middle.
I think he'll go to the left, though, when he re-enters. Oh, there's still Gibdos, so he's got to get both of them down.
He's hoping for it to spawn. Well, now the spawn on the left. That's not helpful.
And with only 2 bombs left, that's spending an awful amount of time. There he goes. He potions so that he can have sword beams. Heads up play. Knowing your items, knowing what they can do.
Now, unfortunately, he's going to re-enter, and that's going to spawn on the left.
Which means he's going to have to find the other staircase so that he can go back and pick it up. But sitting at 2 keys, he's going to go back and I would assume he's going to be looking for that other stair, which could be this. I think this manhandle room could have been a stair.
Yeah, that could be. Oh, he's going to grab some bombs. Yeah, it would. Dark rooms can push. So see what he's able to do here. Unfortunately, that just gets 2 of them down, 3 of them down. And there's 4. Okay, so
that's not
not
going to push it at a key.
All right, so we've seen that room with the diamond stairs there. We've seen that push. And Cytown is... Okay, he's going south. We've seen this room. I'm trying to remember where the second set of transport stairs would be.
Yeah. And chat pointing out a very important note there is that when he does come back, the Gibdos will have respawned since there's no bubbles or traps in that room.
Yeah, so we were worried the TA not picking up the NE key was going to be problematic, but as it turns out, neither runner is going to pick up the NE key at this stage, which has to be frustrating. You have something that's a nice quality of life item like that, and can't get it. TA's back in 4, which he got the floor item out of here. I don't remember if he got the other 2 stair. Well, no, he did get the power bracelet, but I don't remember if he saw the third item, which was a heart container.
The TA, oh, yeah, he had the wand, power bracelet, and yeah. Well, are we going to see, 5 at 114?
Okay. That's not bad at all. Nice candle boost by Cytown in this level 7, which both our runners still need to dig. I think Cytown may have seen one of the items, which was a heart container, or maybe it was TA. But we know the floor item in here is a heart container. We do not know what the stair item is. We also haven't seen the map in here.
This room is tough on the eyes. Of course, our push block will not push since that was a shutter door. And
yeah, that is a mustard yellow. My gosh.
Yeah, much prefer the mustard the TA's got.
I mean, I'm with you there.
For a brief moment, I thought I saw a bow in that last Wizrobe room that Cytown entered, but I might have been mistaken.
Yeah, I think TA was in that room before and up an aid. So I think that might have been just an optical illusion. With the backgrounds being these colors, something like the bow can really easily blend in.
Yeah, but I think I was just seeing the beams from the Wizrobes, since they got that curved shape like the bow.
Yeah, they do, don't they? Good work by TA to clear this out. I think we know this is nothing, but that does block that one room to the right.
Even little things like that can be an important clear.
Oh, that room bombs right there for Cytown. Now, is this something?
Well, it's an Aquaminus room with the door on the other end. And there's our bomb upgrade. He's going to pass on it.
Well, or is he? I think he's going to spend these 5 bombs here, then go get a refill.
Yep.
I like this a lot.
Gamesmanship and awareness right there.
Congratulations. You were just going to go buy some of these, but...
Well, he can at least check the bottom exit, too. Does not bomb.
Boy, this is a weird shape 7. I mean, it has to almost fit into that gap in level 8, but still, it's so weird.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like some sort of snake or something, at least the parts that he's seen already. So we are closing in on the 1 hour mark, and Cytown is missing the Triforces out of level 5 and 7. TA only needing the Triforce out of 7. Of course, he also needs the bow, but he is now in 7. If 7 is stacked, then TA is going to be in a very good spot.
Yeah, Cytown saw pretty much every room in 5, but still needs to go back and pick up the Triforce out of there. So our runners are close. Now, it is also entirely possible, as there is kind of a useless bait block on Cytown's side. It's entirely possible Bo's hiding in 9. And if it is, in a shapes 9 with weirdly shaped 7s and 8s, that we could have a lot of fun in store in the next 20 minutes.
Could definitely be a refill your drinks moment, because we could be here for a little while.
Oh, if I was running this seat, I'd be here 2 hours easily. These guys are so good at this game that they've been able to just mow through 6 and 7 dungeons respectively and make a ton of progress. So it's at this point, it's kind of a matter of who's going to find that stair item in 7 and the Triforce and get out of here first.
Cytown's now down to half a heart after candle boosting to get by the Patra.
And he's going to try to clear this room on half a heart.
Well, let's see it.
I mean, he's got it down to 2, and he's doing an excellent job. Got it. Oh, I thought he had it down to 1 now. He almost does.
Wow. Okay.
Just talk about efficiency with bombs. Unfortunately, there's nothing in there. But
Rude,
and he resets his count to boot as he heads into this room.
He's watching out. He knows after taking care of the virus, he knows exactly where he is. I think that put him at...
Yeah, I think it's 6.
There he goes. See it. Hey, nice.
That is a textbook example of a bomb force on what can be a difficult enemy. Really, really well done by Cytown.
Showing also
he's going to take on this Patra again that got him the first time.
Yeah. It's also showing the advantage of having a boomerang, so you can stunlock a bomb dropper or an item dropper to force a bomb.
Yeah, despite not having White Sword or Wand, Cytown is definitely keeping pace here with the combat end of things. You would think, in most races that this would be a significant advantage for TA. And don't get me wrong, he's been able to plow through some dungeons, but Cytown is really not losing much ground at all.
TA did just clear that room with the Wiz Robes that drops nothing. Of course, we did see one of the things, even though he did not use the bombs, he went in and tanked it. The advantage that having the White Sword did give him was he was able to save his bombs. So even after clearing that room, he still had 11 bombs in his inventory.
Yeah, really impressive. I mean, just because you have them doesn't mean you have to use them in each case. And TA hasn't needed to use them yet. He's using them for exploration here as well, because I want to see this map in level 7. I am very curious to how garbage this shape is. I
am wondering what he's seen. Is he defeating this room for bombs, perhaps?
Yeah, it's got to be either that or he wants to go back north. Yeah, I guess he wants to go back north. Yeah, and to answer a question in chat, our tracker, Jess Andy 8, thank you very much, Jess, for doing tracking. It's noting that we've seen level 8, but we have not seen any of the items in level 8 because the Triforce was 2 rooms in. And level 8 shape was weird.
The cytown did just pick up the floor item heart out of 7, and it's going to bomb down some wizrobes.
Yeah, for cytown, who normally, if you see him do a regular randomizer seed, we'll finish with like 5 or 6 hearts. Oh, but he gets cornered there with the bubble and everything. For him, 9 hearts has to feel like 30.
Okay, so he's ducking out. Does he go to 8 at this point?
I would be very tempted to go to 8. Would you rather dig 3 items out of a shape's 8, which you've seen the shape, or 2 items out of a shape's 9 that you haven't seen the shape of?
He also is missing the item in 5. He knows that. He's also probably looking, and he knows there's, of course, I don't think he's going to go back for that any key. Yeah, he's got 2, so yeah, probably 5 or 8 or 4.
TA's going to slug it out in this room here with the wizrobes. If he survives it, if this is the map, which is entirely possible, it is.
Oh, okay. That is a jaguar jumping through the air.
Oh my gosh, yes. I was going to say an ostrich jumping through the air, but yes, it's a jaguar. It's a very hungry one because it's a skinny boy, but it is a jaguar and a half. That is so linear. Look at that.
Or an ostrich extending its neck, or from the Joust, one of the ostrich, the bird things without its rider.
Yeah, the NES Joust. I enjoy NES Joust.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of ostrich in there, so I think ostrich is going to win the day.
But the minute you said jaguar, I was like, "Yep, that's exactly what that is." So I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, Cytown. Oh, our Coke and Pepsi were 55 and 58.
It's a Coke day. Always a good day for Coke. Okay, so TA now knows what rooms he hasn't seen yet. And I would think it's not very many. Yeah, he's going to go down from here. Maybe there's one room to the south here he hasn't bombed into? Yeah, it's this one. As you called, Cytown's going to level 5.
Okay. So that'll get him a white sword. Not what he's looking for. I think TA just barely cleared that landmo. Oh no!
Oh,
he did not. He needed an extra few frames.
I thought for sure he had it.
Yeah.
Now he should now. No! Oh my god, this game is being so stubborn. Now it has to be dead.
Get out of there, though.
And it's the Triforce room.
Okay.
Wow, that's significant. TA now has all 8 Triforces. If he wants to go to 9 and start looking for the bow, he absolutely can.
9 was right next to start.
Yes. Yeah. So I'll base save.
Yeah, a base save, and he's got potions probably, I think. So yeah, go right to start and just do the thing.
And I get that. I mean, knowing what we know, I mean, the math may say, "Oh, go to 8. There's 3 items in there." But at the same time, you're an hour 7 in, and if you're TA, you're an hour 7 in against cytown, and you're just now getting to 9. You have to feel behind. We know he's not, but you have to feel behind if you're him.
Yep. And we just heard a roar, but we don't have a bow.
Well, that is very interesting. Now, where is TA going? Is he going to get resources?
He's going to 8.
He's digging 8. Oh, so is this a math play or is this a meta play? What are we doing here?
I'm thinking this is a math play. You got 3 items versus 2 items.
Yeah, and it's a shape you know versus a shape you don't. TA wanted that key, but he's more interested in items at this point.
And the shape, let's see, you got 5 up there, another, I'm not good like LOZ Cards fan at counting how many blocks there are in shapes, but I'm thinking probably around mid-20s.
Oh, in this shape?
Yeah.
Let's see, quick math. 11, 14, 16, 19. Oh, stop moving the map, TA. 23, 30. It's 30 rooms.
30 rooms, okay.
There's the white
Cytown,
sword for
yep.
Cytown.
So he's out of 5 now. But
I assume he has to have the Triforce out of 5 by this point. I don't think he would have left without grabbing the Triforce once he got the white sword.
Need him to go on a sub-screen outside of a dungeon. And he's coming into 8 now.
This is interesting. Now, Cytown has to go here because he may think he's blocked out of 7 from the Triforce. But TA doesn't, and he's choosing to. He's found one of the 2 sets of transport staircases. But he's going to check this little nubbin first.
Yeah, it's such a small region of the dungeon. Got to go ahead and get it.
Ew. Well, this room promises to be something.
Yeah, if nothing to... No other reason than it's just gross.
But it doesn't push. That's interesting.
Game's got jokes.
Nice work by Cytown to kill that manhandler. He's down to half a heart. He sees, and he's going to use his potion here. Now, does it take this transport?
He's going with it. And we got both our runners right next to each other.
Boy, that was a smart move by Cytown, knowing what we just saw on TA's side about how awful that room is, to go ahead and use that potion.
This rupee boss also has a bomb sitting in the middle of it.
Yeah, Cytown's getting bailed out here with 4 bombs there, and then 4 bombs right here in this rupee boss room.
You know, we still don't have a book. We're still talking about needing a pizza.
So that poses a very interesting question. If you get the book out of 8, you know where both hint shops are. Do you take the time and go try and save scum the hints? One of those hint shops is right by the start screen up in Casino Corner.
I think that hint shop by Casino Corner, see, one of them was relatively cheap, one of them was relatively expensive. I think the expensive one was...
yeah, I think it was near start. I think the cheap one was over in the Deadwoods.
So Cytown might be able to get more hints more quickly. And TA going right down to Beep Strats again.
Yeah, if he wants to kill that room, he can't. Well, he's kind of stuck there. He's going to take a death there, so you might as well just up an A. He could have stuck it out in that room, I suppose. That 6-block room in the middle is one of those rooms where the blue Wizrobes can kind of get trapped bouncing back and forth in the middle, but he wasn't interested in that at this point.
Alright, so it's going back up past that manhandler, and okay, so he's headed up to that northwest corner. Oh, Cytown goes down. I didn't see what got him.
It was a BMOS to the face, unfortunately.
Oh.
All right, 18 bombs for Cytown. You'd think that would be enough at this point. Gonna grab this 5er right here and kill these kill these Poles voice. Cytown going to buy another potion. Again, not shy about using a potion if it enables him to get through a dungeon.
Trying to farm some bombs. But moblins were not having it.
Yeah, unfortunately not today. They are not cooperating. Meanwhile, on TA's side, he's got a full complement of 18 bombs again. We're going to see this little offshoot here in the top left. We haven't really seen any other stairs, interestingly. Well, here's one we haven't seen.
All right. This could be a super room, probably. Nope. Oh, no, it just had a...
It's our second transport, though, so that's some good information. Is our answer over in that little 5-room segment?
Probably all the items hiding out over there.
Boy, that would be just gross, wouldn't it? All 3 items just in that 5-room segment?
Once again, game's got jokes, right?
Well, we're going to get our answer. That one has a ruby boss. What do we have here? Murder is what we have.
And a pair of danger noodles.
Okay, this is probably one of our 2 items, but the good news is that you can fire away from the door here and remain relatively safe.
Well, that's important.
At this point, given that you're down to a heart and a half, yeah, you're not turning down quadrupled offense. Not what you're looking for, but definitely useful.
I'll take it every day.
Yeah, I've seen once or twice a runner and find it in level 9 when all they were looking for was the princess and bail on Red Ring. But even then, I just want to be like, no! That'll save you so much time!
And that fairy also adding to it. So let's see, this has got to be the other item. And we have... oh, wow.
Okay, so by my tracking, we're down to 4 items we haven't seen. We have not seen the stair item in 7. We have not seen the floor item in 8. And we haven't seen either item in 9.
I think you're right. And I think at this point, TA is saying, okay, yeah, he's going back to the landmolls.
Unfortunately, that's not it. So the dream of 5 rooms up here having all 3 items didn't quite materialize. But there is that one room at the top of the E that TA didn't see, which is why he's taking this stair back. Well, he's got to kill these landmines again.
That's not going to do it.
Yeah, that can't be the drop. So,
unfortunately, they locked him in. There's got to be a room that he might have just bailed on because it was nasty combat. That now that he's got Red Ring, it's not going to be that big of a deal.
I mean, it could be this room. I mean, I thought maybe cytown at least attempted to clear this. Okay, no, it's just a 4-pack of bombs. I like the discussion in chat. Who's winning? The bow is winning. Yeah, the bow is absolutely winning this race so far.
Bow is a hide-and-seek champion.
Yeah, sorry, Zelda. There's a new champion in town. It is an inanimate object.
I'm sure the bow could be sentient.
You know what? I'm sure there's probably one of the maybe one of the Game Boy versions of Zelda or something, where the bow talks to you or something. It wouldn't surprise me at this point. There's been so many Zelda games.
Pointing out that Zelda doesn't move much either.
Okay, TA's taking this stair here. What have we not seen in this bottom left part of the map?
Well, Triforce room with bomb pack. Not helpful.
Oh, was it this? Oh. Oh, okay. Well. All right, so I'm going to avoid dying here. He's going to go one room to the left and get his red ring, which is going to help him out tremendously. And he's going to use the block.
Oh,
block the
nice.
threats. This is smart. You don't have the wand. Yeah, just set up shop and just be patient.
Patience can be difficult, but he does it well. Oh, got it.
Very nice. He's going to get the red
Yeah.
ring as a reward. Okay. TA is in 9.
Yep.
And he's in... Wait a minute. When did he get the bow?
It was in that bottom left corner. It was in that room that he was clearing out, way down in the southwest corner of 9. At the same time that cytown was clearing out the landmos, he found the bow.
Wow. And TA's got a stun lock here in the bottom right. Gets cannon down on half a heart. Now, the question is Zelda one room to the south right here?
We'll find out in a moment. No.
No, she's not. But we're going to keep digging here to the bottom right. Banana in 8 for cytown. He's going to check this one room to see if it's our floor drop. We know it's not.
TA, though, in a very wonderful position.
We're temporarily frozen here. We'll get TA back in just a second.
So we're looking for a shutter door that opens immediately on entering the room. And he is just plowing through using Silver Arrow. And, oh, nope, that's not it.
Burning through these keys, one key at a time. There's a shutter door. That doesn't open, but we're going to keep going to the north. A map here would be great.
Bombing around.
Here's a shutter door. It opens.
Well,
It's our answer.
There's bubbles. It is. GG. Get your GGs into chat.
Wow. For our race winner and our series winner this evening, cytown. Or I'm sorry, ta909. What am I doing? I'm watching cytown on the other side. TA takes this series with a racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 20 minutes, and 15 seconds.
Very nice time on a very difficult seed.
This seed was just gross. Man, Diesel, I don't even know where to start with the post race with these runners, because there were just so many opportunities for this seed just to throw up roadblocks.
Yeah, the seed did it out all over the place. Level 7 being the troll, we never found the map in 7 until near the end. Of course, we didn't see. There was so much that we didn't see of 7. We never were able to get that any key out of 6. I still think picking up the wand in 4 for ta909 was probably the most important play. And speaking of ta909, we now have him in the commentary booth. Welcome, GG. Best of 3, and you did it in style.
Good lord, that was probably the hardest seed I've ever played on this flag set, and I didn't know. I knew it was a really difficult seed, and I didn't know if I was ahead or behind. It was very nerve-wracking, but thanks for the GG. It was really hard.
Yeah, no doubt it was. That we were actually just talking about how obscene it was, giving you grief at every turn.
Yeah, there was so much wrong with it. I mean, we can start with level 7 having the map behind 5 or 6 blue Wizrobes, and then the Triforce, some obscure bomb wall in the middle of nowhere. That we could start with that. 8 was pretty bad. It might have been a little easier if I had a potion still, but Jesus, that was level 5 was a disaster. 4 was tough. I feel like Wizrobes were just in every dungeon this seed.
I think they were. Yeah, it's like 4, maybe 5 dungeons had Wizrobes.
Yeah, the only dungeons that really went well for me were 1, 2, and 3. Everything else was a little tough. 6 was okay. I I kind of panicked in the early game with that any key in 6. I kept walking into the room and uh, yeah, I kept walking out of the room and walking back into it, and I didn't really know what to do. And once I cleared the room, I thought I had the staircase that was left of that shoot room, and I didn't. So I kind of panicked. I just said, "All right, I'm gonna leave, and I'll just come back and keep re-entering the room if the seed ends up being key starved." So I know where it is. So I had the recorder and everything, so it was. I was still like 50-50 on that decision, 10 minutes um, after I left level 6. But luckily the seed wasn't key start, so that was good.
Yeah, as it turned out, both of you kind of ran into the same problem in that shoot room in 6 because the Gyptos just did not want to spawn in the middle there where you could easily pick up the any key, and then when you both killed the room and exited and re-entered, it spawned on the left instead of in the center or on the right. And was it just that the stair that would get you over there was blocked by something, or?
I mismarked it, I think. I had every room marked as an X on my tracker, so I had one room left, and I thought that was the second stair that would bring me to the left of that, but I marked it as an X, so I didn't bother looking for it.
Okay. Talk us through the decision there once you had the last Triforce to go to 8 instead of 9, because there are a couple of potential reasons why you would have done that. We were curious about what your strategy was at that point.
Yeah, anytime I find an early Ganon, especially with 3 items in one of the dungeons, I felt like the scales tipped a little bit to where 8 is a better dig, especially I had the map, I believe. Yeah, I had the map in 8, so that was giving me more incentive to go back to level 8. So essentially, it was just the early Ganon in level 9, and 2 items in 9 versus 3 items in 8. And it's not like I'm looking for silvers and have a book in hand and can get a hint about the silvers. It was, I'm looking for a bow. I also felt like Cytown. I was trying to metagame a little bit, and I feel like Cytown was probably more likely to be doing 9 over 8. That was my guess. And I felt like I was a couple of minutes behind Cytown. You just never feel good going up against him entering 9 at 70 plus minutes in. So honestly, I think either play works there. It was a toss up, but once I saw Ganon, I was like, I'm just gonna go try out level 8. And unfortunately, I had to do every room there to find a bow, but luckily it was there.
Yeah, you both had to do every. We were rooting secretly that, because you found 2 of the 3 items over in that little 5-room segment, and we were saying that, boy, if all 3 items are over in that little 5-room chunk, that would be mean and hilarious. And we almost got there, but we ended up not getting fully there. Cytown just now has that map. That was one of the things that propelled you through level 7 and got you to 8 before Cytown was you got that map out of that blue Wizrobe room. And that told you there was that one room that was fully blocked off that you had to bomb into. And then when Cytown got that map and looked over there just now, he'd literally been in every other room. So you almost needed that map to know where to find the bomb wall to get the Triforce.
Yeah, there is a bomb upgrade in there, and the bomb upgrade was pretty rich. So, I was on 18 max bombs just trying to bomb every wall. So I could see some players just, by chance bombing into the room, but it's kind of, it's kind of awkward. It's, you can't bomb right into the room. You have to bomb down into it. So, it's kind of tough to find without a map. It's almost, as you said, it's almost hard required.
Yeah, and then coming in and having to deal with those blue landmos when you don't have red ring at that point or you don't have silvers. Yeah, the wand pickup that you made in level 4, finding that on the floor, And Diesel, sorry if I'm stealing your question here, but that seemed to help you out because that was something that Cytown never got. Not so, and it didn't help as much, I think, for the combat upgrade as it did for the ranged weapon portion of it.
Yeah, there were a lot of landmills that seed, and you're totally right. That wand early out of 4, I was feeling really good about that wand. I figured I had that was the one thing I was feeling good about that seed. When I was trying to figure out where I stood against Cytown in the middle of the race, I always do that in 1v1s. I always am, trying to analyze how difficult I think the seed has been so far. I'm trying to evaluate how good my play has been, how lucky I have been and such, and I'm trying to guess how far ahead or behind I may be, and that plays a factor into my decision making. So in the early to mid game, for example, in the early to mid game, I felt like I was behind. So I actually went to Death Mountain over Candle Row to try to pick off some dungeons that were just buried on the overworld instead of going the more conventional route and, burning the bushes and such, whatever. And, so that was one of the decisions I made. But, yeah, I felt good about the wand. That's the one thing I felt good about in the early to mid game. And then once I saw that 7, and once I saw that 7 and like the Triforce location in 4 and just level 5 and such, I felt a little more confident that Cytown might be getting tripped up as well.
Yeah. So you mentioned the Death Mountain play. So as it turned out, you guys were in one. I think. Diesel, what was it like? Within a minute of each other?
It was very close. Yeah, they were right on top of each other going into one, and then you were mentioning the ranged attack being an important part of the his advantage. In 5, there's several landmiller rooms, kind of one right after another. That was something you were able to actually make work out for you because you're just able to sit back and snipe them from a distance, whittle them down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
how about that level in level 7? It was the Triforce room. I tried to despawn that thing twice, but I left early as I could. I'm on half a heart and everything, and I'm panicking. Another fun thing is the staircase item was blocked in that 7 by the bow, and that was another thing I was thinking about my first trip into 7, is I was thinking I wasn't going to come back until I had the bow, because I felt like there was a Goma as well, so I thought the Goma could have been blocking the map, and I thought that it could have been a segmented 7, so I thought the Goma blocking the staircase item could have been another passage. So initially, when I left 8 and went back to 7, I was thinking about digging out 8 first go for a bow, because I thought the bow might have been required for 7, but I decided to just go 7, and I had a lot of bombs. That played into my decision as well. I was like, alright, I'll just bomb every wall since I had a bomb upgrade already.
Cytown has picked up the map in 9, and somebody's already subtracted out the blank spots, and we have 57 rooms in this 9.
Basically a first quest 9.
Basically, yeah.
There's a compass for him, that's good.
Yep, that'll let him know exactly where he needs to go. Of course, climbing all the way up to the top, he was close to it earlier, I think.
Yeah, it was that manhandler room there at the top of the E column that enabled him, and that you bombed to the right in, because you had 11 billion bombs at that point and could do that. And that ended up spitting you right out where you needed to be. Let's see where this staircase takes Cytown.
Pretty close.
Okay, let's see if he can get... Well, I say that, and then we get stuck in here.
He only had 8. He's probably got a path, because, well, he also only had 8 arrows left, so...
I can imagine that Cytown had a hard time getting to the white sword in 5 with no wand as well, because there was a blue landmola guarding the white sword, and it was that linear path. So you had to kill that thing. And
yeah, it wasn't until he was richer on hearts. He was able to eventually pull it down. I think he did it. Was that the one that he pulled down with by jumping up onto a push block?
No, it was in a like a one of those dark rooms, the black room.
Okay. Well, here he is, cytown, coming in. Get your GGs for cytown. Unfortunately, this does mean that cytown's tournament life is done for this tournament, but we will be seeing him again in some other tournaments, I would imagine. We'll see if he is able to join us for an interview here.
Yeah, his official racetime.gg time, 1:33:09. This seed, yeah, TA, as you said, this seed was gross.
Yeah.
This is a 2-hour seed for me easily. So the fact that you guys were able to do this in 90 minutes is ridiculously impressive. Both of you played really well all the way throughout, as we were joined by our second place finisher this evening, cytown. cytown, GG's. This was a gross seed.
Yeah, it was a rough one for sure. Didn't exactly play very smart, but yeah.
Well, I mean, when you watch this back, I think you'll be surprised how close this was, because both of you were struggling with a lot of the same things. That 7 map was just an abomination. But
you hit every room but the Triforce room without a map.
Yeah, I mean, you needed a billion bomb. You would have needed a billion bombs to try to guess without the map. So 7 kind of threw you both for a loop. I think you both saw every room in 7, and I think you both saw pretty much every room in 8. So, but that's just the game deciding. It's going to have a lot of jokes tonight. But yeah, both of you played. I know it doesn't feel like it, but both of you handled the boatload of curveballs that this seed threw at you very well. You put on a really good show for us.
Yeah, I mean, 130 is not acceptable anyway, but I don't really feel bad about it. It's just one of those things where I waited to the very end to go to 8, and that would have just released the hounds on the seed, really. I mean, silver's or bow plus red ring in there would have just blown this seed way out of ridiculous to just hard.
Well, we did have some discussion during the race about what might be going on, and even just a minute ago, we were discussing that early on in the match, ta909 was able to dig a little bit deeper into 4 and pick up a wand. And that, because you were both in 4 right at about the same time, about 15-minute mark, I think y'all were digging through 4, and it was... that pickup made an important. Well, it was important all the way throughout because it allowed him to have that range in addition to the 2 hit points of damage. Gave him range to take down a lot of the enemies throughout the whole match much more quickly, and allowed him to clear out a lot of landmiller rooms and do some other damage. Of course, there was so much Wizrobes in this seed as well that the benefit was limited but not muted.
Oh yeah, I mean, a wand would be great. It's just, like last race I got an early recorder and an early silvers, and so like a lot of times when it comes to just when you're racing some of the best people in the game, just get the early items, and sometimes it can kind of release you into the seed a little bit more. And so, no doubt, I'm racing TA. He's the best Z1R runner that we got. I don't want to give him an inch,
I appreciate. I don't know about that, but I appreciate that. But yeah, I had the wand very early out of 4. It was on the floor, and that helped me clear the blue landmiller room in level 5 to get the white sword. So my combat was pretty square, 25-ish minutes into the seed. But yeah, outside of that, there was a lot of things that were tripping me up, I guess. But thank God for the wand, as I'd probably still be playing this seed right now if I didn't have that.
So my first jaunt into 5, I did every room but 3, including one that had a Goma in it. And so, but I mismarked my map. I thought that I only had 2 rooms left, and and it was the Blue Landmo room plus the Goma room. So before I ever dove 8, I actually went back to 5 and found the white sword in that Blue Landmo room. And that was when I went back to 5 later, I was like, oh wow, I could have already had this one well and done earlier, but I was a dummy and didn't pay enough attention. And obviously, 7 was ridiculous on this one, TA, but it just the way it works sometimes. I felt good probably up until about the 40-minute mark. Even without combat, felt like I was clearing everything pretty good. Didn't really have, even with like the junk this seed threw at us, felt pretty strong. After about the 40-minute mark, though, I didn't make any good calls, and that's when you ran away from me big time. And so, kudos, dude. Go ahead and win the whole goddamn thing, and hoping for you, dude.
I appreciate that. I will try my best. It's not going to get any easier from here, unfortunately, but I will try my best. But yeah, I felt like what really tripped me up the most was the early game. You were saying that it seemed like you were doing good in the early game, but then in the mid game, like the mid to late game, started tripping you up. I felt like I started to pound the accelerators really hard in that mid to late game. I actually died like 3 or 4 times in level 5, and I was unable to get the Triforce or the staircase item. I ended up leaving. I left level 4 without the Triforce. I obviously double did 7 because that dungeon was a disaster, as we were talking about. I think if you put the map in the Goma room below the transport staircase, that's the only worse location you can put it in, at least for me, because I didn't have the bow going in there. So I probably would have spent another 5 minutes bombing walls all throughout that dungeon, or may have just assumed that I had to Triforce, and then I would have been kicked back to 8 to look for the bow. But yeah, that dungeon was a disaster. I am right there with you.
And chat was actually convinced that it was Goma blocked, so yeah.
Yeah, that's what always hurts your feelings when you mismark something that's in a dungeon, because I had it marked down to just two rooms left, and if I'd have used my brain, I didn't have the compass yet either. So obviously it had to be compass plus an item plus the Triforce, and so it tripped me up, but I felt really stinking good, even with combat with a wood sword for pretty much the entire seed until I don't know when that was, almost an hour and 5 minutes. I got the white sword. Yeah, I felt like everything went okay. I just didn't play good enough tonight, and that's the way it works. So
you both played fantastic. I mean, and we actually commented on kind of at one point in the mid game how TA had the wand and had white sword, and you were still on wood sword, but the combat gap wasn't that significant. And it was just both of you at various stretches just really showed us what you can do when you're as talented as you guys are in terms of resource management and smart combat and things like that. So it was fantastic watching both of you.
Yeah, and I'm going to say something, and TA, this isn't a slight, so if you need to punch me later, I'll drive to wherever you're at and you can punch me. But the one area that I think I have my biggest strength in is combat, so I don't really feel like I'm too, if I compared me to everybody, I feel like that's probably the one area where I can normally outwin somebody. But the problem with facing TA is the overworld movement, the dungeon just drilling that he does. It's way better than how I do it. The way he handles the overworld's better than how I do it. All these other things, I know that my combat has to be top notch if I even have a chance with him. And it felt good until it didn't. And anyway, I'm going to get out of here so I can stop talking everybody's ears off. But thank you all so much for taking time out for us. And once again, to everybody still watching, you just saw the best Z1R runner we have. Root him on for the rest of the way. And
yeah,
I'm going to get out of here.
Right.
Peace out, everybody.
Thanks, GG, man.
All right. Well, BBQ, is there anything else we have for the evening?
Well, I'm gonna need to walk around a little bit after this one. Oh man, this seed was just. I mean, talk about a way to close out a series. Just if you wanted a high degree of difficulty seed, you just saw it, but you also just saw two runners, two of the best runners in the community by far, show you what they can do when handed a pile of hot garbage. And the fact that we're not still talking for another 30 minutes waiting for our runners to finish this seed is a testament to how good both of these runners are. And Diesel, this was incredibly fun to call with you, and thanks to you and to Jess for hopping in and doing tracking behind the scenes.
Yes, indeed. Jess Andy really came in to be the MVP of the night. So thank you, Jess Andy, who's also one of the tournament administrators, coordinators, helps make this entire thing possible. Now, speaking of other things going on, you just saw ta909 and cytown go into Game 3. We also have Game 3 coming up in just 12 minutes. Fury SK versus Mako 71 right here. Yeah, chat, you're asking. Right here on SpeedGaming Prime, we got Game 3 of Fury SK versus Mako. You don't even have to touch that dial. You might have to sit through a couple minutes of commercials when we hit the end episode button here in just a few seconds, but don't go away because we got more games. I hope you're looking forward to it because I'm staying up late to watch this. So yeah, let's make it happen.
Same. I can't wait. This is how deep this field is, folks. These are second round matchups. TA versus cytown. If you'd told me at the beginning of the tournament that was going to be a tourney semifinal or a final, or if you'd told me that Fury, SK, and Mako was going to be a semifinal, would have totally believed you. The fact that we're getting these matchups in the second round is insane. And that's just a testament to how deep this 84 runner field was throughout the course of the Swiss rounds and now the brackets. This is going to be a ton of fun. So yeah, no, Diesel, you're 100% right. Let's stick around.
All right. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and switch the episode so that we can get these guys set up and going. And bbq.gov, Jess Andy, it's been a pleasure working with you tonight. Chat, stick around. I hope you're enjoying it too. And all I'm going to say at this point is stay safe, stay kind, and I'm going to see you in chat in about 30 seconds.